green.
And what are you thinking now? You're here, there's the flag. You're just focused on the flag, or?
Yeah, get the feel of the distance. Depending on the type of shot you want to hit, it depends on the trajectory of the ball. If you want to hit a higher shot, a lower shot, you take the proper stance for that, and then get a feel of the distance. And once you've done that, just swing.
Very good. I think we think too much.
Well, I mean, it's just a matter of practice, to be honest, Tony. I mean, we don't think all that much because we practice so much.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I mean,
you're on autopilot.
Yeah, correct. You don't think so much, but it's because of all the practice all the previous practice.
Do you enjoy practicing?
I like it, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
You see, those shots are pretty much a standard height.
Yeah. That trajectory is.
Correct. I mean, if I wanted a higher shot, obviously I would change my stance and then get the feel of the amount of the swing I need to do to get to the hole and open the blade. Obviously, that would be more this type of shot. Obviously, no. Open the blade, move the ball forward a little bit in my stance, and then get the feel of the swing. In this case, I will do, just pretty much a little swing there to get to the hole, just like that. Yeah. And then, if I change my stance, obviously I'm going to open the blade. I'm going to change my stance. I'm going to move the ball more forward, and in this case scenario, I'm going to give the ball a much higher trajectory. Yeah. But in order to get to the hole, I'm going to have to swing. I'm going to have to make a bigger swing.
You mentioned to me when we were designing the green together that you wanted a very fast green.
Yeah, I mean, the reason for it is obviously when we go on tour and we play those tournaments, well, early in the year when it's not in Europe, and then we go to the US, and in summertime here in Europe, I mean, the greens get to really high speeds. I mean, some courses we play close to 12 and a half, some of them. Muirfield Village is one of them, obviously Augusta. There is a number of tournaments where you get there and the greens are extremely fast. And that's the reason why I ask you to build the greens as fast as possible, because in winter time, as you can see, we get quite a bit of rain. The golf course is pretty soft. The greens are slow, and whenever we start on tour, all of a sudden we have to adjust pretty much everything around the greens to the new situation. And if you have a fast green where the speed is the proper one, you have all that done before you get to the first tournament, which is very important.
Fresh from where you go.
And it goes also not just for us, but it goes also for low handicappers, members of the club, where they spend 2 or 3 months of winter time without practicing the short game because of weather conditions. Even whenever they had a chance to practice, the conditions are not the right ones, and all of a sudden they're going to go away to play in South Europe or whatever, and the greens are fast, are firm, and all of a sudden they get there, and the first 3-4 days they're saying, well, I mean, I don't have this shot.
The other guys had a bit of a competitive edge because
correct. Yeah. And that is key. I mean, we know that obviously hitting long drivers and straight drivers is important, but we know that a big percentage of the game of golf is played around the greens, and if you have a good short game, it's going to save you a lot of shots. Yeah. And I think that's why it's so important to have the proper facilities where you can practice on. I mean, the touch you need on fast greens, is higher than on slow greens, without a doubt. In the future, I mean, the maintenance of an artificial green is not so demanding as compared to regular natural grass. You can actually build it cover. I mean, indoor. Yeah. By instance, countries, northern European countries, Sweden, Germany, all those countries. I mean, they can have an artificial green built undercover, so that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's snow, frost, or whatever. You can go there and practice in warm conditions. You don't have to irrigate the green. Obviously you don't need any water. It's just a little bit of maintenance, and as I said, that is important for the player in order to be ready whenever the season starts. At the moment I'm using a 58. Obviously I cannot run it because of the slope, and I have to get the ball up in the air as quick as possible and then stop it fairly quick, not extremely quick but fairly quick. That's why I'm using the 58. I'm gonna keep the ball up in the air the first 5-6 yards and then let the ball run. As you can see, it's just a little bit more severe than the previous one that we chipped from, and in this case I like it because obviously you need to exaggerate a little bit more the type of shot we hit before. We need to open the blade a little bit more because we do have a little bit more severe slope in front of us. We need to get the ball a little bit higher and a little bit quicker and make the ball land as soft as possible on the green. So you need to have a lot of touch around this shot because you need to open the blade quite a bit. At the same time, you don't have to make a full swing at it. It's going to be a swing with a lot of rhythm and not too big in order for the ball to land soft on the green. And that's why I like this type of shot. Well, I was impressed, to be honest, because I've seen other materials and other greens, and obviously that was a few years back, and the quality was not where near what I saw at Wentworth, and that was a very positive impression I got there, and that's why I talked to Tony and Tour Greens Europe and suggested that we could build one here at my club. Completely happy. I mean, there is no a single complaint about it. They did a wonderful job. As you saw during the filming, we do have all type of areas around the greens where we can chip and run, we can hit flop shots, we can use a false front. You have all kind of shots that you can face on a golf course. I want to talk about Tour Greens product. I think they are an excellent product, high quality. You can practice all kind of shots on them, all kind of chips, flop shots, chip and runs. You're always going to have a proper speed on the greens and a true roll on the greens, which is going to help your putting stroke. And I also want to talk about the people that works on Tour Greens. They are wonderful, they are very efficient, they do whatever you want it to be done, and always with a lot of professionalism and really fast, and they are fantastic people. I recommend them for whatever you want to do around the greens. I think they're going to help not only the professionals but also the club members. I think they're going to improve their games. They're going to have much better confidence with their short games if they have these kind of facilities around their golf courses.